Today we're going to talk about 3 things that I hate about modern cars. Let's get it. All right, you already see the comment. The first one is black plastic. Now, in a $35,000 car and a $20,000 car, that person might not even care that they have a bunch of black plastic instead of wood grain and carbon fiber and aluminum finishes and all that. But in a BMW M3 Competition X Drive that you can spec up to well over $100,000, you should not have to pay $100 more for the black plastic on the center console and the little piece on the dashboard than it would cost to get carbon fiber on the center console, the dashboard, the steering wheel, and the paddle shifters. And to make you feel better about your almost $1,100 black plastic, they call it piano lacquer. I touched on this multiple times before, so I'm not about to go too hard, but having a bunch of screens everywhere is pretty dumb. As a driver, I'd hate the passenger screen because now my passenger can fuck with the music without my permission. What was wrong with physical AC controls? Matter of fact, they were better because you knew that when you had your finger on a certain button, you were adjusting a certain thing. Now you have to look down and see what you're touching because they all feel the same. I'll let digital gauge clusters slide because there's a way, like in the R8, where it can be designed where you can get rid of the center console screen completely. You can run your GPS, your Apple CarPlay, your music, all that through the gauge cluster, and that is sick. It makes the interior look so much better and so much more driver focused. Next is not just the screen, but what's inside the screen, and that is bad infotainment systems. Most manufacturers' infotainment systems just suck. I specifically use the Honda infotainment because if you drive an early 2010s Honda, you already know. I think there are some good infotainment systems. I surprisingly like Volvos. I like BMWs. I like Toyotas. I like any VAG group car. I like Porsches. I say Porsche separately from the rest of the VAG group because it's different. But if I made the laws, I just make every car manufacturer just have like a menu to connect to Bluetooth and then just use CarPlay for everything. It's honestly a no-brainer that a phone company made a better car infotainment system than car manufacturers themselves. Again, I think this much screen real estate is excessive and distracting, but I think Apple is trying to go for a full integration across the digital gauge cluster and everything in the car. But I think fully integrated CarPlay like this is a much better option than most manufacturers' infotainment and digital gauge clusters. All right, y'all get a bonus 4th one, and that is OEM fake carbon fiber. I would prefer black plastic than have fake carbon fiber. The material just feels really fucking odd under my fingers. And to people who know and actually give a fuck about carbon fiber, it's obviously fake!